back off. I'll back off. Okay, sweet.
Okay, now we're starting to record. Okay.
Hang on, because Linda is.
That's good. That's good where you're at, Connie. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
And now, presto change-up. Are you
Ooh,
recording?
yes, we're recording. Magic.
Lovely.
Yay.
All right.
Yes.
Perfecto mundo.
So welcome here, everybody. This is the first episode of Virtual Readers Theater. We've done Readers Theater here at the Big Easel for many, many years already. And but now due to the situation, we're thought we'd try this. So this is the first ever Virtual Readers Theater coming to you almost live from the Big Easel in Wabeno, from Townsend or Lakewood, Bob?
Lakewood.
Lakewood, from Oklahoma. So we're across the United States here. So we're going to be, I'll introduce the stellar cast. We have Elizabeth Heath from Oklahoma. Yay!
Glad to be here.
Bob Brown from Lakewood, Wisconsin. Yay! Daniel and Linda Boatright from Norman, Oklahoma. Yay! And here's Connie and I right here in Wabeno, Wisconsin at the Big Easel.
Kim Friesen.
Hey, Connie Friesen, yay! So without further ado, let's proceed with Connie the Matchmaker, written by Daniel T. Boatright, yay! And I'll turn it over to our narrator, who is also Daniel T. Boatright.
Amazing. I've cloned myself. Our play opens in the interior at the bistro. Tim and Connie are at the table having coffee, and Tim is reading the latest edition of the Forest Republican.
Hey, look at this. Somebody messed up big time.
Why? What's wrong?
My phone number is in here. Connected with some crackpot matchmaking service.
Oh, let me see that. Oh, well, actually, that's no mistake.
What?
Nope, no mistake. That's right. They have the right number.
But we don't run a matchmaking service.
No, we don't. I do.
What?
Yep. Guess I forgot to mention that.
You? Matchmaking? Since when?
Oh, about 3 weeks now.
But what do you know about matchmaking?
Oh, tons, lots, plenty. I'm a genius at matching people.
Really?
Oh, yeah, I'm brilliant at it.
So how many have you welded together so far?
Well, let's see. Let me think. I would say about none, specifically to date, but I'm meeting my first client this very afternoon.
Oh, great. We'll probably get sued or something. How did this scheme come to you anyway?
I had a vision, and I sort of owe the guy some money.
Terrific. You sure it wasn't just a hallucination? Have you been eating those mushrooms under the front porch again?
No hallucinations. I was reading my horoscope back around Christmas, and it said I was a genius at matchmaking.
Your horoscope said that.
Absolutely. Oh, pretty much. Well, I took it that way.
Whatever, anyway. So who are you seeing today? Whose life are you about to ruin?
Our poor friend, Mr. Gunderson.
You're going to play matchmaker for Crowbar Gunderson?
Sure am.
You're telling me he contacted you and wants to meet someone?
Well, sort of.
Sort of what?
he sort of contacted me.
Translate, sort of.
I ran over him in the parking lot at the Chris store a while back.
Oh my God.
Oh, he's okay. He always did kind of walk sideways anyway, and his eyes never really lined up. That's why all his old buddies called him Sidewinder when he lived in Texas.
He didn't live in Texas. He was doing a stretch at the Huntsville Pen, excuse me, for robbing laundromats across the Southwest.
Oh, he is precocious. That's all. Anyway, when I finally got him out of the grill of the van, we talked for a bit while I got the bleeding stopped and found his big toe. He was a little addled by being lightly tapped by a 1-ton van, so we chatted.
Did you call an ambulance?
No, I didn't need to. I found his toe and gave him what was left of the roll of duct tape for it after I used some Band-Aids. Oh, he's fine. He could tell me how many fingers I was holding up 3 out of 10 times, and it wasn't long before his eyes got realigned. Well, pretty much as well as they ever do.
And this is when matchmaking came up?
More or less.
Okay, tell me the more part.
I asked him if he wanted me to call his wife.
Okay, so what was the less part?
He said he doesn't have one.
But that he wants one?
Not really. I took that part for granted. I mean, who doesn't want to be as happy as we are?
I remember Happy.
So I took it on myself right then and there to make him my first client.
And he wanted to come today for a matchmaking session.
Well, actually, he's coming by to pick up a check for 25 grand to cover his medical costs and not sue me.
$25,000?
Yeah, I don't think duct taping that toe back on worked quite as well as I'd hoped. So I have to write him a check. But just squeeze in the matchmaking part and maybe drop the tad a bit.
Wonderful.
I knew you'd be thrilled that I finally have a true vocation and can contribute even more than I already do.
Yeah, you contribute all right. You're the only person I know that spends $3.75 on milk and 25 large for hit and run at the C-store.
Oh, would you quit exaggerating? I didn't run. I stayed right there chatting and taping his parts back on. Well, until he passed out. Then I beat feet.
Anyone here?
Come in, come in. How nice of you to stop by.
Got my money?
Certainly, of course. Won't you sit down? We can chat a bit.
No, thanks.
Oh, are you in a hurry?
No. I just can't sit down. Doc Feaster tack welded my spine in place.
Oh, old Doc Feaster. Sure was a surprise when he gave up blacksmithing for doctoring.
Yeah. But it certainly came in handy when he was putting me back together. Welding stainless steel hip joints just isn't that easy.
Oh, I can imagine. Well, look, now that you're here, I'd like to chat with you a bit.
About what? I promise not to sue if you give me my money and covered my medical expenses.
I know, but I have a proposition.
Oh, yeah? Well, I haven't been propositioned in a month of Sundays. Then I'd rather just have my check.
Look, I can make you happy.
What about Tim?
What about Tim?
Well, sort of seems like a zero-sum game to me. I mean, if you start making me happy, isn't that going to make him just as unhappy?
What? Oh, no. I can make you happy by finding someone for you.
I haven't lost anyone. Can I just have my check?
Crowbar, I'm trying to tell you, I can find the perfect woman for you.
I had the perfect woman in my life.
Really? I thought you said you were a bachelor. I thought you always had been.
I am. But I had the perfect woman with me for almost 8 years.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did she pass on?
Nope. Ended up doing 5 to 8 in Texas. In fact, even though she was the reason for me getting busted, I still think of her as the perfect woman.
Why did she rat you out?
Oh, she didn't. She was just too lazy to cash in the 475 pounds of quarters we had in the trunk of her Dodge Dart, and you could only get so far paying for everything with quarters. Yep. That Motel 6 in Lubbock was our downfall. She was busted trying to run with 2 pillowcases full of quarters.
And they caught her?
Yeah. She weighed about 220 on the hoof and weighted down with another 150 pounds of quarters. Well, she was just no match for the Lubbock's finest.
And she gave you up.
Oh, hell yeah. She hit the ground screaming, "That's the son of a bitch that made me do it. Take him." But I can't fault her. Her heart was in the right place. And, just overcome in the heat of the moment. You understand. I mean,
Sure. But she's not the only carp in the pond, you know.
I don't know. I've tried dating a few times, but, no one stacks up to Willa Mae. That was her name, Willa Mae. She was my honey. I miss her so.
I'm telling you, Crowbar, I can find the perfect woman. She won't replace Willa Mae, but she will succeed her and succeed in making you happy and fulfilled again.
Yeah, I'm never going to be a fulfilled man again.
Oh, Crowbar, don't think that way. Sure you can be. I can help.
No. Doc Feaster says I'll never be the same, even with the tack welds along my spine and the new ball joints in my hips. No, I'll be gimpy forever. But if you give me my check, I'll at least be able to pay my bills. So let's just skip all this pie in the sky, me being happy crap, and give me my money.
So, have you found a match for Crowbar Gunderson?
Well, yeah, kinda.
He didn't seem all that giggly about the whole idea when he came by a couple days ago.
Well, we finally came to an understanding.
Really? What kind of understanding?
Well, I had agreed for us to pay him $25,000.
Yes, I recall that. Every night in a recurring nightmare in which we are living under a bridge on the Oconto River, and I'm trying to beat a fish to death with a stainless steel hip joint.
That's weird. We need to talk. I've been studying what dreams mean. I can probably figure out what yours mean too.
Well, I know what it means. Just tell me about your understanding with Crowbar.
Okay. The deal is that he agreed to let me find him the perfect woman. And if I fail, I'll pay him $50,000. Tim. Tim. Tim, wake up.
Oh, what? Where? Who? What happened?
Oh, you fainted.
I need to get my hearing checked.
Why?
I thought I heard you say you had agreed to pay Crowbar Gunderson $50,000.
I did. I did tell him that, but only if I fail to find him the perfect wife. Tim? Oh, his blood sugar must be really low or something. I hope he didn't hit his head when he hit the floor again. Do you remember Belinda Fescue?
Who? Belinda Fescue. She's still alive? My head hurts.
You bumped your head when you fainted, but
Oh.
yes, she's working at the garage with her brother, Ceedy.
I thought a truck fell on him.
I did, but they got it off eventually, and he was back at work almost immediately.
The garage was closed for 5 years.
I said almost immediately. Well, anyway, yes, Belinda's working at the garage with her husband, Chuck, Chuck's been gone 3 years already. Sorry.
So she's on the hunt for another victim?
Indicted, never convicted. And she's a nice person.
I guess, if you like that type.
What type?
Her type.
And just what type is that?
The type that Belinda Fescue is. That's what type.
Oh, Tim, show a little compassion. But if you can't do that, then at least be nice when she gets here.
She's coming here?
Yes, she's the perfect match for Crowbar. You know it in your heart.
Actually, I don't know it in my heart, brain, or any other spot. Why does she have to come here?
I need to be able to use my full range of audiovisual materials, my graphs, charts, slides. I need to show her specifically and mathematically how Crowbar is the perfect match for her at her time of life, in her condition, with her otherwise potentially debilitating limitations, as it were. This is all very scientific.
You're going to get her drunk and have her sign something.
Okay, fine, yes. But come on. I mean, she's so mean, she scares people. She's so big, she has a real horse on her polo shirt. And her hair, a kiwi fruit has more hair. Think about it. She used to bend railroad spikes in her teeth as a party trick. And that was in junior high. She's the kind of woman a man like Crowbar could really go for.
Wait a minute. I know you agreed to fork over 50 grand if you don't make a match for Crowbar, but what if you do?
We recover and cover his medical bills and skip the 25 grand.
Hey, I'm telling you, she and Crowbar were made for each other. You just have to convince them it's in their mutual interest to fall madly in love.
Yeah, and if they get married, it will screw up just two families, which today is noteworthy.
Good point. I'll make some snacks.
Hey, anybody here?
Hello, Belinda. Come in. So nice to see you.
Yeah, whatever. What do you want?
Thanks for coming by. I know you and Ceedie must be really busy at this time of year, taking off snow chains, flushing radiators, but I wanted to visit with you about a true life-changing opportunity.
My life is just fine. I don't want to change anything except maybe getting Ceedie off his lazy arse to help me pull the transmission out of that 68 Buick LeSabre that belongs to the Reverend.
I understand, but I just wanted you to know I've been thinking and talking to someone who would really like to meet you.
Why?
Well, he's lonely and thought you might be as well, and he lost his partner a few years back, and
Partner? What kind of business?
no, life partner, his heartthrob, his girlfriend, the love of his life.
What, did she run off or something?
Well, not exactly. She's in Texas and isn't at liberty to leave. But regardless, they've broken up and he's lonely. I know you lost Buck a few years ago.
Indicted, never convicted.
I know. No question about that. But since you've been alone for a bit, well, me being a matchmaker and all, I thought, well, maybe I should do my part to work some magic for you two.
You mean like pull a cat out of a sack or a rabbit out of a pod or something like that?
No, I meant get you two connected to see whether sparks would fly.
Why? Is he a welder or something?
No, romantic sparks.
Whoa! I'm not into any of that kind of weird shit. Buck wanted me to dress up like a streetcar conductor and run around the bedroom ringing a bell. I ain't doing that sort of shit ever again.
Golly gee, I can understand that.
You had to. You had to.
Yeah.
No, you know, that's it. If you weren't there, you'd never know. That's all. I'm heading back to the shop and I'm going to go work on that LeSabre.
Hang on a sec. I mean romantic sparks in the form of love, deep and abiding friendship, hearts joined in a union of respect and fidelity and mutual admiration.
What a load of crap.
Really, Belinda, just let me describe my your new friend. I've done a large amount of homework and research using the most advanced scientific methods for making the perfect match for you and this prospective man in your life.
I don't have time. Anyway, why would you do something nice for me?
Well, it's in my nature, my very soul, to bring those without a special person in their life to a place where they have a special person, as it were, in their life, with them, together.
Sounds like a load of sheep dip. I gotta get back to the garage.
Tim's going to bring in some snacks.
Oh, snacks? Like what?
How about a 5-pound cheese wheel and a 2-foot-long summer sausage?
That's all?
How about a couple of pizzas and some chicken wings and some brats?
Well, maybe I could spare a couple of minutes for all that. I haven't eaten since lunch.
Oh my goodness. And here it is. It's almost 2 o'clock.
I am a bit peckish. You talked me into it. Okay. What do you have to wash it all down with?
How about a 6-pack?
Ooh, a 24-pack.
Oh, you bet. I like a girl who can drink. But more importantly, that was at the top of your secret admirers list.
List? You mean he knows me? Has he been watching me from afar?
No, but I've described you to him and he is beyond intrigued. He's eager to meet you and hopes with all his heart you want to meet him as well.
Well, I guess it can't hurt to listen, I guess. Is he right in the head, though? Is he have all his fingers and such? Glass eye, maybe? Is he simple?
Well, he lost a toe, actually, fairly recently, in an accident. But he doesn't wander in circles or anything. You'd hardly notice.
Wait a minute. Does he have all his teeth?
Well, I really haven't counted. But look, just sit down and I'll go through my notes and you can decide.
Okay, I guess that'll be all right.
That a girl. Tim, bring in the snack.
So, how'd it go with you and Belinda?
Enough. She has enough on her plate. Oops. Sorry. She has enough to worry about without you piling on. I think she's interested in meeting Crowbar.
Really? Well, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. It's got to be hard for a woman of her type to meet men.
What type? You keep saying that.
Never mind. So, when are you going to bring them together?
Well, I was thinking we could plan a lovely romantic dinner for them here at the bistro, invite them to come, serve the meal, and then you and I could retire to our bed upstairs and leave them to get to know one another.
Oh, geez. Can't we just make a reservation for them somewhere? She nearly ate us out of the place just at her first encounter with the great matchmaker.
Not to worry. By the time she left, she decided to go on a diet.
What a break. But then she sort of had to, since she'd eaten everything in the house.
Oh, come on. Remember what's at stake. Can you say $50,000 versus a whole lot less?
Okay, fine. Splendid. But I'm not dropping a lot on them. And why do you think Crowbar is going to go for her?
Do you just not understand what a genius I am at reading people? I am the consummate matchmaker. No one could be better at this than me.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Good evening, Mr. Gunderson. Welcome to the first evening of the rest of your life in a state of romantic bliss. That's lovely. What I'm referring to is that suit you're wearing.
Isn't it? You'll find this hard to believe, but I found it at the Christian thrift shop for only $4.
And it fits so well. Are those safety pins holding the pant legs up?
Yeah. But it was a bit long, but I just pinned the cuffs up and it works fine.
Were the slacks and jacket matched like that at the shop?
Oh, no. I mixed and matched it myself. The gal told me that stripes and checks don't really go together, but I like the effect.
Oh, absolutely. If you sort of squint your eyes, it's not that hard to keep things in focus. And I really like that tie.
Do you? I wasn't sure about the Bugs Bunny motif. I thought maybe it would appear a bit too frivolous. Maybe I would seem too zany or avant-garde.
No, I think it sets just the right tone, given your Elmer Fudd hat. But by the way, would you like for me to take your cap?
Oh, no. It completes the ensemble.
It does that. Well, let me seat you. Belinda hasn't arrived yet.
Belinda?
Your date.
Oh, yeah, Belinda. I knew a Belinda around here once. Her brother had a brother named Seedy, as I recall. Seedy Fescue, yep. I remember she was accused of dissolving her husband at the time in a vat of acid.
Indicted, never convicted.
And as I recall, she was a bit stout.
Oh, just a good eater.
Oh, so was Will May.
So that's important, don't you think?
Oh, very handy in the winter when the fire goes out, that's for sure.
Right. Well, as a matter of fact, the Belinda you're meeting tonight is, in fact, Belinda Fescue, the very same Belinda you remember with such fondness.
Such fondness? Oh, not really, no. I was ahead of her in school, and mostly I remember her bending railroad spikes with her choppers and beating up Sven Pulaski with a hockey stick when he grabbed a French fry off her lunch tray.
She was spunky. That's what I'd call her.
Violent and not to be crossed comes to mind.
But you like a girl with spunk, don't you?
Sure, I guess. Just keep an eye on them, that's all.
Oh, she has her own business, you know.
I thought she was half owner with Seedy.
True, but she's the brains. Let me get you a drink while you're waiting. What would you like?
I'll have whatever Belinda drinks, if you know.
I'll bring a couple of 24 packs to the table.
Ooh, things are looking up.
Just curious, was your house on fire when you got dressed?
No. Why?
Well, somebody dressed you funny then. Stripes, checks, high water pants. Just thought maybe you had to get out real quick.
Do you like my tie?
I loved Looney Tunes when I was a kid. Nice look with that shirt.
You'll never believe this. You'll never believe this. But I only paid 50 cents for this shirt.
Isn't that something? And those shoes. My grandfather wore boots like that when he went logging.
Well, the soles fell off my dress shoes when I put them on, so I had to go with plan B on footwear, but I figured my feet would be out of sight once you got here, and I took them off the table. Sort of caught me off guard when you scampered in, but I want you to know that I picked out all these clothes myself.
Strike one.
Huh?
Never mind. Hand me another beer.
That's your fourth.
So you can count. That's good. What are you doing with all your empties?
Well, I've been making a pyramid over here under the table. Just till you got here, you understand. Do you come here often?
Nope, only the second time I've been here. First time was when Connie wanted me to hear about her matchmaking scheme. Have you been here a lot?
Not to eat. I just came by to work out the deal on my little accident.
What accident?
Oh, Connie hit me with her van. And she's paying me for medical expenses and not to sue him.
Oh, tagged you with the van. Any damage to the van?
Not a lot.
Well, you know that we do complete repairs and body work at the shop, and I'll mention it to Connie.
I'm pretty much okay now. Thanks for asking. I really appreciate that. Some trauma, but mostly post-traumatic stress and angst after such a close encounter with mortality.
Yeah, whatever. We don't work on people, so go see a priest. But you were gone from here for a while. Were you traveling anyplace special all those years you were away?
Not really. No, I spent some time in Texas.
Texas. Oh, how much fun was that? Cowboys, horses, dirt, heat, rednecks, snakes, scorpions, termites, tarantulas. Must have been a garden spot.
Less than you might think. I have to be honest. I was doing a stretch in the Texas State Pen.
Oh, what for?
Well, I sort of fell on some hard times and made some seriously bad judgment calls. I robbed a few laundromats.
You robbed laundromats. How many?
Only about 240 over 6 months.
You were a busy guy.
Yeah, but I sure got a great workout during that time. I'm telling you, lugging hundreds of pounds of quarters around has some benefits other than helping to weight your car down on icy roads.
They have icy roads in Texas? No.
Sometimes. Are you ready for another beer?
Sure.
So how did Connie get you interested in meeting me?
Well, she invited me in to chat and made her pitch over snacks and wine.
And, well, what made you interested enough to meet me for dinner?
She promised me all the prime rib I could eat and a secret recipe for making my hair grow.
I could not help but notice you're kind of sparsely coiffed.
I used to have a lot of hair, thank you very much.
Oh, well, what happened?
Well, I don't know. I spent some time on this fungus diet thing and a diluted solvent diet too. Always been a bit heavy. I just wanted to lose some weight, and maybe something I ate or drank made my hair fall out. I don't know.
Well, at least you don't have to worry about gum getting stuck in your locks.
And it's so easy to find lice. Oh my gosh.
That's handy.
Well, yeah, those things itch like crazy,
Are you ready to order?
I guess. I gotta admit, I'm having more fun than I thought I might.
Oh, me too. Me too. I'll yell at Connie to come take our orders. Connie!
Are they still eating?
I'm trying to hear.
But are they still eating?
They're arm wrestling at the moment, but hang on. Crowbar just called me. Belinda wants another prime rib.
That'll be the 5th one.
Oh, never mind. A lot at stake here. Prime rib's cheap by comparison.
That depends on when she runs out of room.
Just do the meat, okay? And Crowbar wants some more brats and a few more beers and 6 steak knives.
What? Why does he want 6 steak knives?
I don't know. Just give me the knives.
So, what's going on now?
I think Belinda's ahead.
Ahead? Ahead at what?
Oh, they're throwing steak knives at Waisaki's bison painting. Belinda's aim appears better, and her wrist technique is obviously superior when it comes to hitting a buffalo in the butt.
Terrific. Can I close the kitchen now?
Oh, they want dessert and some more beer.
But have you heard what they're talking about?
Not much, but I did hear Belinda telling Crowbar she knows how he went wrong and she could really help him out. So I think she really likes him, and he seems to be riveted to her every word. I think they're hitting it off when they're not hitting each other.
What?
Well, they were trading punches a while ago, trying to knock a beer can off the other's head by punching each other in the tummy.
Nothing like dinner and a floor show. I'm glad that's over. I didn't think they'd ever leave.
But better yet, I think they like each other.
How could you tell?
Well, she beat him at arm wrestling, knife throwing, weightlifting. I wish I had a picture of her lifting that table above her head, with crowbar standing on it, with an anvil under each arm. But I think he was able to get her to lose more beer cans from the top of her head. They are fairly evenly matched when it comes to blunt force trauma.
So you think they might be a number?
It could happen. We should know more tomorrow. I'll call both of them to get their impressions.
Impression is right.
Oh, Tim.
Ring, 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 ring. Ring, ring.
Hello?
Crowbar? Sorry. Did I call too early? Did I wake you?
No. I had to get up to answer the phone.
No. Sorry. But how did it go last night? How do you like Belinda?
She was great. I had no idea I could have such a good time with a woman of her type.
Have you been talking to Tim?
No, why?
Oh, never mind. Are you and Belinda going to see each other again?
She's here.
Oh, my. Well, that's exciting. She spent the night on your first date? You scamp, you.
She passed out in the doorway.
Oh, it's awfully cold last night. She okay?
Oh yeah, she's okay. I threw the doormat over her. She'll come to by noon, I would guess.
And then, are you two going to keep seeing each other?
Looks that way. She said, I got her thinking about a new business.
Is that a good thing?
Maybe. She said she wants to go visit the Odekirk's laundromat in Leona.
Oh, is she thinking about buying it?
Not exactly. She says she knows where the flaw in my laundromat career. I think she may have been spunkier than you give her credit for being.
Oh, well. What about our deal?
Oh, hell. Just cover my medical expenses and we'll call it good. I'm sort of getting an urge, you know?
I knew it! I knew it! I'm the matchmaker.
I'm not so sure about being a matchmaker, but any gal who can arm wrestle me to the table 24 times in a row and kill a can of beer after each pin, well, I gotta admit, she could be something special.
Oh, that's great, Crowbar. I couldn't be happier. And thanks for letting me off the hook on the $25,000.
You're not completely off the hook.
How's that?
I may need you to make bail for me in the next few days.
Oh, no problem, Crowbar. I was just thinking about opening a bail bond operation. You could be my first client.
Yes, sirree, Bob, a full-service bistro. There's just no place like the Big Easel. What fun.
Yes, how much fun? Okay, a big, okay, everybody take a bow. Elizabeth,
Yes.
Bob Brown, Jay, Linda, Daniel, okay,
Tim.
Connie,
Tim,
Tim and Connie.
Connie.
Tim and Connie, yay.
so join us every Thursday for Thursday Theater.
Thanks all for showing up.
Yeah,
And
And
I'm,
what time will Thursday theater be?
well,
yeah. 7. You
7?
7?
Central Standard Time.
all right,
Okay.
That's right. Be there or be square.
We'll be on
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 YouTube
Fa-
and on Facebook, we can do
and
it both.
Facebook. We're
Cool.
figuring that out.
We're still recording.
And which Facebook page will we see this on?
You can still talk.
No, I want people to hear
Okay,
how we're working out stuff out.
okay.
And
Will this be on the Big Easel website or Facebook site or Connie's?
Okay, it would be Connie Friesen,
And then we'll share.
It'll be Connie, okay.
or the YouTube, and you go to Avec Arts at YouTube.
Yeah, we'll.
Connie, Connie, you're too far back. Oh, we can't hear you. You need to be a little closer. We can't hear you as well.
But now you can see my wrinkles. Come on.
Oh. Well, you're seeing more of my forehead these days. Can you notice?
All right, so this is how it will be.
So we should,
Okay,
all right,
we will stop. We will continue.
Will you set up the Zoom call?
yep, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for joining us here, and we'll stop this recording now, and we'll see you next week.
Next Thursday, but everybody else stay here.
Thanks for showing up.
Bye.